kind of go back to when I first started teaching my first year in kindergarten. We would have like classroom celebrations and show and share, and we'd have a lot of parents involved, but with my Indigenous students, we didn't really get parents coming. I didn't have parents connected to emails and things like that, and so I was really looking at it and going, what do I need to do to get, because these kids deserve to have those people there for celebrating as well. And that was kind of in a time when you didn't really give your personal phone number out, but you'd call and then the number would either be disconnected or the voicemails would be full. So I tried it one day and I sent a text, and I texted mom and I said, it's show and share on Thursday, we'd really love to have you here, yada yada. And she showed up, and so I was like, oh. And so she had mentioned to me, she goes, yeah, like normally I don't know what a call's gonna be about, and it's usually not a good call. So I kind of went, well, maybe they just don't want to have a conversation on the phone, or they're too shy to answer, or they're worried about what that's going to be about. And so I started kind of using text all the time, and then I would have them show up more times. And so just finding those and then realizing the stories of why they didn't maybe want to be in the school, and it was things I didn't really know about before, and so wanted to explore that further. And then as I kind of went along, I realized that connection and relationship and what that meant with the parents and how it changed like students. And then kindergarten graduation, every parent was there, and we had pizza. And so yeah, it's important for kids to learn about truth and reconciliation, but the connection piece and like having them feel like they belong there, that was way more what it was for me. And that was where I focused these past like 13 years on, is building those relationships and making sure those parents are in the buildings and that we have that representation, and then the rest just kind of comes naturally. I said I thought about all these things that I do, and I couldn't actually pinpoint where they started or what they were, because it's things I don't think about. Having the confidence to know that I have the permission to share, and that I have the support, and that I'm okay to make those mistakes or ask questions about things I don't know. And I think for teachers, a lot of them don't get that. Like there's a lot of, I don't even know how to teach it, or I'm afraid I might teach the wrong thing, so they stay away from it. So I think it's just been great to be a part of those conversations and the teachings, and being passed on knowledge that I'm confident to share. And then I think it's important too to share that with my staff and help them, give them the resources and say it's okay to do this, and giving them that confidence too, that they can share some of those stories and have elders come in and feel like they're allowed to have that part of the teaching, right? So two years ago at Van Tighem, we had our FNMI group, and we did those evenings. We had parents for dinner, we had them come and learn Blackfoot language. But I think the culminating activity where we spent that day, we had parents in teaching beading, we had people storytelling, and then we ended it with a powwow where our students got to come and dance, and we had drummers, and they'd never got to do that in front of their peers till that day. And seeing the reaction of students, they were, look at her in her regalia and look at her dance. And so it was this whole level of these quiet, shy girls that never talked about it. All of a sudden everybody was asking them questions, and you could see that they were so proud that they got to do that day. And so that one stands out. And I mean, there's probably a million I could say, but that one really was the neatest day for me after all that year of work, and seeing that be the finishing point was really cool. Yeah. Meet a kid where they're at when they come back. When they come back, don't, oh, you missed so much work last week and now we're gonna pull you out of what we're doing so we can catch you up. I never lived in the past. There was always, today's a new day, we'll pick up where you left off and we'll go from there. And having that empathy and understanding that I don't think parents are sleeping in on purpose. I don't think kids aren't coming, they just don't know how to do things differently, and being supportive and not giving up. Texting and saying, hey, your child had a great day today. I had one little boy that the mom called and said, he doesn't want to come to school, he's crying, he says he has no friends and he has no fun, and she was upset about it. So I said, just bring him. And I said, I'll talk to him about it and we'll see what we can do. And then he had the best day, and I sent a picture of him with his little friend laughing and said, see mom, like he's having, and there were no problems, right? So it's just communicating and not always phoning when it's a problem or when you're worried. Don't phone and say, why aren't you here? Phone and say, when are you coming back? I miss you. I think it's just telling them it's not my story. It's not my knowledge. I've been gifted what I know to share with you, and just encouraging them to ask questions and find out things for themselves, right? Bringing in people that can bring that culture to them. Traditional games in gym, right? Teaching them different ways of learning different things, and we have our outdoor, we have an outdoor thing full of Indigenous grasses, so we'll go out there and do outdoor classroom, and just incorporating that into everyday stuff. And here it's interesting because we don't have a really high Indigenous population, and at all my other schools we did, so it was easy. It felt easier to incorporate it every day, whereas here it takes a little more work to remember that we need to do those things. So yeah.